And so you became a sculptor. Tell me, Adolf, do you still feel that same lust for life now that you're at work?
It's the only time I ever really feel alive.
Let me take a look at it. Do you mind?
Female nude.
Mm. And no model. Striking. So alive.
So much like her. That woman lives in my body just as I do in hers. It's strange.
Not strange at all. Do you know what a transfusion is?
Blood transfusion, yes.
Well, you've given too much of yourself already. I can tell a lot looking at this statue that I only guessed at before. You loved her deeply, madly.
So madly. I couldn't tell whether she was I or I was she. When she smiles, I smile. When she cries, I cry. And I swear it's true, when she gave birth to our child, I felt the labor pains.
You're in a bad way, old man, but I'm not surprised. I hate to tell you, but you're already showing signs of a nervous breakdown, of convulsive epilepsy.
I am. How can you tell?
Oh, I know what they are. The emotional outbursts, flying off the handle, convulsions, and worse. I know what they are, and I know what brings them on. I saw them in my younger brother. His problem was sex. Addicted to it.
What were they like, the symptoms?
It was horrible to see. If you're feeling the least bit weak, I won't torture you with a description.
No. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Well, my little brother got himself married to a sweet little thing. Bangs on her forehead, the face of a child, the eyes of a dove, the soul of an angel. Nevertheless, she managed to arrogate to herself the prerogative of the male.
Oh, the prerogative of the male. You mean...
The sexual initiative. What else? She made the advances. The result was that the insatiable little angel nearly succeeded in sending my innocent little brother to heaven. But first, he had to be crucified, nailed to the cross. Oh, God, it was horrible.
Oh, yes, horrible. What happened?
Well, we'd be sitting talking, he and I, and as we talked, his face would grow white like chalk. His arms and legs became stiff. His thumbs would turn inward, like this. His eyes became bloodshot. He began working his jaws like this. The saliva rattled in his throat. His chest became constricted as if caught in a vice. His pupils flickered like the flames in a gas lamp. His tongue swirled the saliva into a froth. And he began to sink down, slowly backward in his chair as if he were drowning. And the next thing...
That's enough!
Something wrong? Not feeling well? Here, drink this. We'll talk about something else.
Thanks. What happened? Let me hear the rest.
You sure you want to? Well, when he came to, he didn't remember a thing. He completely lost consciousness. Have you ever had that experience?
Yes. I've had fainting spells sometimes. My doctor says it's because I'm anemic.
That's how it starts. But believe me, if you don't take care of yourself, it turns into epilepsy.
What should I do?
Stop having sex, that's the first thing.
For how long?
Half a year, at least.
I couldn't. What kind of married life would that be?
Well then, it's curtains for you, I'm afraid.
I couldn't. Not possibly.
Not even to save your life. Very well. I was wondering, since you've already taken me so much into your confidence, if there isn't some other sore spot in your life, something else that's secretly troubling you. The child you mentioned, for instance. Now, why isn't the child here with you?
My wife wanted it that way, didn't want it around.
Oh, well, there must be some reason. Well, come on. Let's hear it.
Reason. Because the child, when it got to be 3, began to look like him, the first husband.
Have you ever seen him, this first husband?
No, I never have. Once I cast a glance at a portrait of him, a poor picture. I didn't see any resemblance.
Portraits lie all the time. And besides, he may have changed a great deal. So, you couldn't have had any reason to be suspicious, now could you?
Absolutely not. Our first child was born a full year after we were married. And our first husband was traveling abroad when I met Tekla here, in this resort, this very house. This is where we met, That's why we come here every summer.
So there was no reason to suspect hanky-panky, not even the resemblance. The child of a widow who remarries often resembles the dead husband. It's a fact, annoying but true. That's why in India they burn the widows. Tell me, have you ever been jealous of him, of her memory of him? Suppose you and Tekla were to see him on the street. Wouldn't it make you sick to hear him say, his eyes on her, we instead of I? Not I, but we.
The thought has occurred to me often. I can't deny it.
There, you see? It will haunt you forever.